What type of creatures? Phillips Idowu was world champ. What is the name of Seattle's base? Which of these footballers won the most in? Which three brothers played for England in the 2000 and the 1820? The Scottish Homing Union is a... Which of these footballers appeared? Football teams from which city met? The greatest. My own story is... In 2017, which football team won the... Women debuted in what event at the 2000... American brothers Bob and Mike Bryan. In what hospital was David Beck? From 1977. Which of these snooker players was born in? Which of these sportsmen would be? Which of these British cyclists at the Beijing Olympics did not win a medal? The cricket score 333 is called a triple what? Which of these former countries were never UEFA European football champions? The name of which martial art translates to mean supreme ultimate fist? The American Olympic gold medalist Bode Miller is a star of which winter sport? What name was given to Day 8 of the 2012 Olympics when Team GB won 6 gold medals? What city was the first to host both the Olympics and the FIFA World Cup final? Which of these sports is played with the largest ball? In which sport is it usual to make screw shots, draw shots and safety shots? Garrison Gunners and the Woolpack Wanderers play in which football league? When did the Olympics boycott over the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan occur? Who replaced an injured linesman at a 1972 match between Arsenal and Liverpool? Which of these birds does not feature in the name of an NFL American football team? The badge of Premier League club AFC Bournemouth shows a man doing what? Naked ancient Greek athletes usually cover themselves in what kind of oil? Tom Finney's face is depicted on the seats at what football? Roy Hodgson left what club to become in? Baron de Coubertin won gold at the... Who could not defend their Olympic title? On the official Wimbledon Roll of Honor. Which sporting event was developed? Which Englishman played in the 9th consecutive 540 cab is a term. Which tennis player's first name is? Rafael Nadal has won the majority of his Which Australian city is home? Which of these is not allowed in a game? Cricketer Jeff Boycott has been chairman. Which of these sports is not played? What is recognized as the oldest? Which driver went into the wrong pit stop lane at the 2013 Malaysian Grand Prix? Who is the only man to have won the men's 200 meters and 400 meters at the same Olympics? Which of these was the name of a famous Brazilian footballer? Goal for Gary. Players supposedly wore what color to absorb the energy of the sun? Jonah Lomu famously played which sport? Which of these football clubs has a bird-related nickname? How is Portuguese footballer Luís Carlos Almeida da Cunha better known? Which of these 2012 Olympic stars was born furthest from London? Which of these London 2012 venues was furthest from the Olympic Park? Catalan Dragons Rugby League Club. In 2013 Mesut Ozil. At the 2014 World Cup. Pippa Funnell is a leading figure in what equestrian sport? Which UK city bid unsuccessful? Which England cricket captain later? Why was England's FIFA World Cup? Manchester United lost the 2000. What is the first name of the wives of? How wide is a field hockey goal? The part of a horse racing track that... In horse racing, which group of people are known as layers? Which of these footballers won the most caps for England? Which Briton won the 1992 Formula One World Drivers' Championship? What was ritually kissed by footballer Laurent Blanc at the 1998 World Cup? How many lanes were there in the London 2012 Olympic swimming pool? Which of these tennis champions was born furthest from Wimbledon? Which of these Olympic Games took place furthest away from Olympia in Greece? Which ex-boxer is often seen wearing a monocle, riding boots and a bowler hat? In canoeing, what does the K stand for in the K1 and K2 categories? Who scored 79 seconds into his England debut against Lithuania in 2015? Another name for what activity comes from the French parquets du combattant? Actor Robert Mitchum was also a professional in which sport? A bronze statue of which fast bowler Which country has hosted the Summer and Winter Olympic Games a total of 5 times? In what athletics event can participants be penalized for lifting? In the Winter Olympics, a biathlon combines cross-country skiing with what? What's the longest Olympic athletics event raced entirely on the track? India boycotted the 1950 FIFA World Cup as its players didn't want to wear what? Which boxer co-wrote the spiritual memoir The Soul of a Butterfly? Rachel Hayhoe Flint was an England captain in what sport? In athletics, what is the shortest race for which starting blocks are not used? The martial art of Kendo originated in which Asian country? The Royal Albert Hall hosted the first tournament outside Japan in which sport? Which football club was founded in 1820 as a cricket team for steel workers? Who was the first footballer to win BBC Sports Personality of the Year? What first name links Ryder Cup golfers Broadhurst, Casey and Laurie? What English classic horse race gets its name from a hereditary earldom? What's the minimum age for a horse to race in the Grand National? The shed and Matthew Harding stand at parts of the ground of what football club? At the start of a snooker frame, what colour ball is placed in the centre of the table? In 2005, the EU imposed a ban on sponsorship of sporting events by whom? In 2012, Nicola Adams became the first woman to win Olympic gold at what sport? How many consecutive pots does a snooker player have to make for a 147 break? The English Football Association celebrated what anniversary in 2013? What is the minimum age for competitors in Olympic gymnastics? In a game of petanque, the ball made from what material? Bob Beamon set his long-standing Olympic long jump record in what city? A slice shot in golf is also called a what? In a Guinness TV and who is loved by the English, adored by the French? John McEnroe played Björn Borg in how many Wimbledon finals? What word goes before Dresden, Kiev and Moscow in the names of football teams? In athletics, 800 meters and 1500 meters are classed as what sort of race? What fruit is depicted at the top of the Wimbledon men's singles trophy? In 10-pin bowling, what is the front pin in the triangular arrangement called? Amy Williams and Lizzie Yarnold have won Olympic gold medals in what discipline? Most countries that boycotted the 19th. The founder of the Lacoste Fat. Which dog shared a scene with? What name is given to a golf? Who was second to Steve Ovett in the 800 meters at the 1980 Moscow Olympics? Keith Sampras's fast out. Which sportsman became the father of twins for the? What is the only country to have? In 2013, who? The name of the German football team Eintracht. Which fencing term describes? Who was jointly chosen? In 2012, who was the first? Which Irish rugby player retired from internationals after the 2014 Six Nations?